Welcome to the Common Sense Nation. Go doctor.
The doctor of common sense is in the house. Make him howl.
Was, and I'm quoting here, murdering 60 Minutes.
Senior staff wiped out after a triumphal year. Our very best correspondents summarily fired for no stated reason. The president of CBS News, Tom Sabrowski, sent me a note and said, "Can you come by and talk to us?" And I said, "Absolutely." I walk in the door and I see Barry Weiss is sitting in there, and I think, this is terrific of her. She's come to this meeting. Before I could take my seat, Tom Sabrowski said, "This is a firing offense." And they were unhappy about the meeting that had occurred, a meeting that had ended in thunderous applause for me because somebody had stood up for the broadcast. I turned to Barry Weiss, who was sitting to my left, and I said, "But let's talk about the firings. Why were the firings necessary?" I'm not answering that question. Not long after that, the email came through and said that I'd been fired. The people running CBS News will not be questioned. Lawsuit against 60 Minutes caused a great deal of concern in 60 Minutes. Paying the bribe broke our hearts, but they did it to get the sale through. My colleagues and I thought, great, that's behind us. We have bright new leadership, financial resources. We're in better shape than we were before.
They paid $16 million to the president. Paramount denied that those two things were linked, that payment and then the deal going through. Have you lost confidence in the leadership of Shari Redstone?
They bribed the president to get the deal done. So, yeah, the first stop Ellison made in his new empire was 60 Minutes. Walks into my office and extends his hand, walked out into our newsroom and made a very nice speech about independence, about how important 60 Minutes was. We were walking on air. We thought a bright new era was coming.
Ellison then hires Barry Weiss to run CBS News. The Free Press, which she launched, is generally pro-Israel, bills itself as pushing against what it sees as the mainstream media.
I was not familiar with her name. Concerned me was that she had zero television experience, but
this is a prime example of a journalist who's been in the job so long. He lives in a bubble. He don't want to be questioned. See, he thought that he was the one signing the checks. This is the same fella who was running with Russian collusion. He gets fired for going off on the boss, and he's shocked. Talking about a person who has an ego that's out of control. I believe they call this grandiosity, I believe it is. Unrealistic exaggeration, sense of superiority. That's who he is. This man, and I'm going to let you see some clips from him. He almost went Jimmy Swaggart. He started crying, "Forgive me, for I have sinned." He's acting as if 60 Minutes has been doing journalists. Isn't this the same 60 Minutes that edited the whole Kamala Harris interview? You remember that? But he said they've been doing a fantastic job. He think that he's bigger than the guy, the billionaire paying his salary. What is he making, $3 million or so a year? He thought because he's been there so long, and that's part of the problem. Your network, 60 Minutes, is trash. I'm surprised they fired you.
I thought, David Ellison thinks she's the right person for the job. We are absolutely.
We don't give a damn what you think. This is what these liberals think. They mistreat people on the conservative side all the time, even when they're in the right. And now he wants to grandstand. If I sign the checks right here, you're not going to dictate what the hell I do. Hell is you think you talking to? He thought he can go off. He said I got a round of applause. It's all about him. This is an egomaniac here.
Going to welcome her, listen to her.
The one clip I want you to listen to this clown, what he says. He compares getting fired at 60 Minutes to the equivalent of his wife being murdered. When I heard that, I knew something was wrong with this fella. You getting fired? So they've been paying you millions of dollars, overpaying you. You got fired because you needed to get fired because you're trash. And then he compares this to murdering his own wife.
Give her the benefit of the doubt.
She has a meeting with senior 60 Minutes staffers. She asked, and I'm quoting, "Why does the country think you're biased?"
That is what.
Listen to this. The question is, why does the country think that 60 Minutes is biased? I wonder why. Have you ever seen him interview Joe Biden? And then when you see them interviewing Donald Trump, I got one clip. He's walking around the White House, the Oval Office with Joe Biden. Just softball questions. In his mind, he is the epitome of a ethical journalist. In his mind, though.
I've been told by my colleagues who were there, and they were shocked. Uh-oh, what's your metric? Why do you think so? Because we certainly.
He said, what's your metric? Look at the polls. The American people, I think the poll they took of people who trust the media, I think it's 28%, maybe lower. You want to know what metric? Damn fool, you supposed to be a journalist. You go find your own damn metric. This proves that they're in a bubble and they don't even go look and see what people are saying about them. He thinks he's doing a fantastic job.
Didn't believe that, making statements that perhaps she couldn't back up.
He said making statements you couldn't back up. Like you guys are lying about the voter fraud going on in California.
Coming into the news division with hardened, preconceived notions.
Can you believe this? This is what they do. He's upset because now it is required of you guys to actually do something and pull the ratings up.
You have now accused Weiss of injecting falsehoods and bias into at least one of your politically sensitive stories. What story are you talking?
Now, before we get to that, I wanted to play this one, what he said about what getting fired meant to him.
Start how you got here.
Well, if we want to talk about it at an emotional level.
Here we go, Jimmy Swaggart, emotional level. What I tell you about grown men crying on TV, if your kids do something really special, I'll give you a cry. If you have a real touching moment about the country or your wife or your husband, as a man, it's your wife, something happened with your kids, you get emotional about something about the country, somebody dies in the family, I'll give you a cry. But I'd be damned if you come on here and cry because you deserve to get fired and you got the nerve to be whiny. You better suck it up, boy.
The best thing that I can imagine.
Oh, we're going to get to Karmelo Anthony in a few minutes. And I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to be found guilty.
In terms of describing it, is that it's like your spouse was murdered.
Did you hear that? Let me rewind it for you.
That it's like your spouse was murdered. There's some moments of the day I feel fine. There are some moments of the day that I just frankly fall apart when I least expect it. Not that there's any particular trigger, but I do.
Man, I don't know what to say about America no more. He's on TV admitting, first of all, he compared getting fired at 60 Minutes like your wife being murdered. Man, that's a damn insult to somebody who had lost their wife. For this fool to think that you got millions of dollars because you got paid millions over many, many years. You can still go talk to your colleagues. You can go get another damn job and be a blowhard. He compares getting fired at 60 Minutes. He must not love his wife very much. Who is his wife? I didn't even go look up. I'm going to have to look her up. He compared getting fired to his wife being murdered. Let that sink in. What kind of insane statement is that? Your wife being murdered? Are you serious? You comparing getting fired to your wife being murdered. Damn, he don't care. He don't really care much about his wife.
I want to be clear that I do not feel sorry for me.
He said, I don't feel sorry for him, but he's on here whining. Stop your damn whining, Dina. We don't have to wait for, because I don't feel sorry for you. I never feel sorry for liberals. All of the things they've done, as a matter of fact, before you start feeling any sympathy for liberals, I want you just to contemplate a couple of things before you get your pearls out and your bleeding heart When COVID was going on, they willfully allowed children and elderly people to die. They knew the vaccination was not effective. They knew the vaccination was not safe. They still gave it to them. Just like they keep giving them things, knowing full well that it's causing autism and other things. If you're so cold-blooded that you're willing to let people die and you want me to feel any sympathy for you for getting fired, that ain't enough for me, really. These are the same people who allow criminal after criminal to get out of jail, justify criminals getting out of jail. I want to be clear about something too. If you get arrested 5 times in 1 year, I don't give a damn if it's 5 jaywalkings. You should never get out of jail again. Because if anybody is so damn criminal-minded that you got to get arrested 5 times in 1 year, you ain't fit for society anyway. Why are we sugarcoating this? You get arrested 5 times in 1 year, and you think you fit for society?
I don't care about me.
Yeah,
I'm
you do.
fine.
Yes, you do.
I care about these people that I left behind, the people who are still trapped there, and this institution that I love.
He sounds like if he was having a eulogy for somebody, this would be a good voice for somebody doing your eulogy. I feel sorry for those people trapped there. Damn fool, they're not trapped. Leave. What you talking about? People, he called this being trapped. They getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, some maybe millions. He was getting paid millions. He said he feels sorry because they trapped. No, I feel sorry for regular Americans who's struggling at a job and they're trapped trying to make ends meet while the illegals are coming over. You're the same guys who justified and made excuses for the Biden administration for 4 damn years. Lied about every damn thing.
So much. You said that I've been there 37 years.
37 years. And she's not asking, this is the woman from New York Times. She's not asking a really tough question, because I would have pushed back on the statement that you say that getting fired is the equivalent of your wife being murdered. We're going to park it right there. You're going to have to explain that one to me.
I've been married 42 years.
I feel sorry for your wife. Well, he's a sit-down and teacher anyway. His wife has a boyfriend, so it's okay. She loves her boyfriend, and he loves her boyfriend too. Clown show.
Trapped there. And this institution that I love so much.
Oh, yes.
You said that I've been there 37 years. I've been married 42 years. So that's the depth of my devotion.
But I just wish you'd come off the damn cross. We need to use that wood for something else. You got to get off the cross now. It's enough of you being on the cross. We know you being crucified now. Oh, he's such a martyr. I feel sorry. Don't weep for me. Do not weep for me. I thought he was finna do Julius Caesar or something. Oh, mighty Caesar, does thou lie so low? All their conquests shrunk to this little measure. Oh, fairly well. This fool acting like he's the pillar of integrity.
What was the feeling about that particular opening salvo to the team?
Uh-oh. She, I am told, said something to the effect of, why do you think the country thinks you're biased?
I'll replay that one. Hold on a minute.
It didn't occur to you that you could be fired after
It didn't occur to him that he could be fired.
so many of your colleagues had been let go, after you'd had this very contentious interaction with your new boss?
They say you had blew up on the new boss. I'd have fired him right there. We wouldn't have waited. Not calling you back down to the office. You fired right now. Get your stuff and get out of here.
this?
You know, some reporter I turned out to be. I just didn't connect the dots.
We know you never do. You never connect the dots, but get off the cross.
I mean, was this meeting contentious? Yes, but 60 Minutes is known for two things: a ticking stopwatch and hard questions.
Hard questions. 60 Minutes is known for hard questions.
Elected to the Senate in 1972, you were 29 years old.
He's actually doing a documentary on Joe Biden. This is not a question. This is nothing but praise. You might as well go ahead and write his autobiography or something, or his biography.
And in those days, it seemed that the
Look at Joe. Joe don't even know where he's at. He think he's in Delaware somewhere.
parties worked together to move the country forward. And I think many Americans feel that that no longer happens and, in fact, may be impossible now.
I think it's fair to say that we've not had a president like the last president who has made all of it so personal.
You
Can you believe this? Can you believe this N-word? Because I said I was going to stop saying the N-word. Can I just say N-word? Because I want to say it so bad. It's more emphasis when you actually say it. YouTube don't like me saying the N-word. Even though the rappers and the hip-hop community and the culture can say the N-word. They get praised for it.
have lived a long life of triumph and tragedy.
He said Joe Biden has lived a long life of triumph. You can't name one damn triumph this moron has done. Taking a shower with your daughter doesn't count. Selling the country out doesn't count.
In November, you'll be 80. And I wonder.
And he looks every damn bit of 80 too. I mean, every damn bit. He acts 180.
What it is that keeps you in the arena.
And, you know, this gets me a long way, this rosary.
This damn fool gonna act like he religious now. He said the rosary. Man, I'd like to take that rosary and ram it down your throat.
Catholic and devout, he keeps a rosary in his pocket.
You hear, Scott? Catholic and devout. He keeps a rosary in his pocket. Don't it sound like some kind of love story? I mean, just listen. Let me listen to that again.
This gets me a long way, this rosary.
Catholic and devout, he keeps a rosary in his pocket.
Catholic and devout. He keeps a rosary in his pocket. Sounds almost British. He keeps a rosary in his pocket.
And he showed us his other inspiration in a cartoon that his father had framed.
His father was trash too. Joe Biden's father was trash. Joe Biden's mammy was trash. His wife is trash. All his kids is trash. That's including Bo. Trash.
In it, the Viking Hagar confronts God after a lightning strike.
The Viking Hagar confronts God.
A blow like those endured by the president.
And he's looking up, and what's he say? He says, "Why me, God?"
Can you believe this clown?
The next scene, a voice from heaven, "Why not?" That's my dad. Why not, Joey?
Why not, Joey? Joey, you trash. Your daddy was trash too, and your whole damn family ain't nothing but a bunch of trash. Why not, Joey? Why not, Joey? Because you're a moron, Joey. That's why not. Why not, Joey? I mean, it's almost ridiculous. It's the story he told. I ain't gonna even tell the story because the time he was riding with his daddy, and back in there when Joe Biden was a little boy, he says that his daddy saw two men kissing. You know he's lying because two men back when Joe was a boy would have never been kissing in public. But he saw two men kissing, and he looked at him and he said his daddy, his racist piece of trash daddy, looked at him and says, "They love one another, Joey. They love one another." Damn well he lied. Your daddy was a racist piece of trash. So were you. I want to get to Karmelo Anthony because the prosecutor has rested and the defense has rested. The prosecutor called, I think, 21 witnesses, and the defense called 3 witnesses. And see, here's the bombshell. One of the witnesses that the defense called changed their testimony for the prosecution. And I got a clip I want you to listen to, and then we're going to discuss what this really means. Boy, I don't know what, it's almost like somebody's paying the lawyer to sabotage you, but I don't know why in the hell they put this boy on stage, because you finna get convicted, fool. I'll be shocked if he don't get convicted. I mean, I would be shocked. Here is his, here, listen to this statement good.
Hi, Bill. Well, the testimony during this trial has been emotional. The jurors heard from more than a dozen students that were under the tent and saw the stabbing. Now, prosecutors straight up asked several of these witnesses, was this self-defense? And they simply answered no. So Karmelo Anthony, he is charged with murder after admitting to fatally stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf in the chest during a high school track meet last year. Investigators say the confrontation started after Anthony was sitting under another school's team tent. Witnesses testified that Metcalf repeatedly asked him to leave. Jurors were shown grainy surveillance footage showing the physical confrontation lasted just seconds. Now, an 18-year-old witness who knew both Anthony and Metcalf took the stand. He testified, quote, Karmelo said, "You will have to move me." Austin put his hand on his back.
Did you get that part? Now, you got these bunch of PMs out here in front of the courthouse. We got some that's doing, it's a demonic woman out there. I'm going to let you see her in a few minutes. But think about this. They're out here. It's almost like they're celebrating. Even if you say you wanted to try to defend Karmelo Anthony, it's the kind of hate and the kind of anger they have as if they've been wrong. They keep on talking about self-defense. All the witnesses say that he asked him to move several times. He did place his hand on his shoulder or touch him. Now, when you listen to the rest of this clip right here, pay close attention to what she's going to say in about 15 seconds or so, because it's at the end of the clip.
Saw Karmelo's hand go in the backpack. We're at a track meet. I wouldn't expect anything to be in there, Karmelo said. Touch me. You'll have to move me and find out. Trying to provoke him. Then what happens? The prosecutor asks. The witness says Austin put his hand on him and falls back. How was Austin trying to move him? The witness says it was him trying to move him off his seat, a soft shove. A 16-year-old witness then testified that, quote, Anthony repeated, F y'all, I'm not going to leave. He said Anthony also threatened, touch me and see what happens, while Metcalf told him, I'm not going to fight you. And then notably, this was big over the weekend, one of the defense's own witnesses during cross-examination said, quote, I think Karmelo was in the wrong. Prosecutors added, did Karmelo Anthony provoke the confrontation? The witness answered yes. Now the state rested after calling 21 witnesses. Now the defense presenting their case. We're expected to hear from more of their witnesses.
Think about that. It says that the defense, this is the defense witness that's saying that he's the one started it. He was the one at fault. Now, all the witnesses said the same thing. He was asked to leave the tent. It's not your tent. You were asked to leave the freaking tent several times. You said y'all gonna have to move me. Went gangsta on him, Scarface. He was looking for and itching for a fight. I don't know what all y'all out here protesting for, like you lost your damn mind or something. He was asked to leave the tent several times. What part of that you don't understand? It's not your tent. And somebody said they invited him in there. I don't believe it, but for argument's sake, say I believe that you invited him in there. When somebody asks you to leave a tent that you don't supposed to be in, you know the thing that's a little curious about this whole thing, and I'm going to keep bringing it up. Why is it that nobody's talking about where Karmelo Anthony's teammates was at? Because it's almost like they wait till this trial is over with and they ain't bring out some evidence. I want to know where his teammates was at, because it almost appears to me that he wasn't even running track this day. That's what it seems like to me, because you know there was a little incident that happened back in February. Some say he brought a knife to school and he was suspended. I don't know, because none of that was brought out but one time in some kind of deposition thing that they did or something in court. Why can't we find out, was he there to run track, and where in the hell was the rest of his teammates at? Nobody's telling us where his teammates is at. I don't understand where his teammates are located. It's like you can't understand that part. It's insane. Is Hemp, brother? I sent the link to you, Hemp. I don't know if you got that link. Is Hemp in there? Because tomorrow is election down there in South Carolina. Let me play the rest of this, because I want to play that again for you.
The testimony during this trial has been emotional. The jurors heard from more than a dozen students that were under the tent and saw the stabbing. Now, prosecutors straight up asked several of these witnesses, was this self-defense? And they simply answered no. So Karmelo Anthony, he is charged with murder after admitting to fatally stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf in the chest during a high school track meet last year. Investigators say the confrontation started after Anthony was sitting under another school's team tent. Witnesses testified that Metcalf repeatedly asked him to leave. Jurors were shown grainy surveillance footage showing the physical confrontation lasted just seconds. Now, an 18-year-old witness who knew both Anthony and Metcalf took the stand. He testified, quote, Karmelo said, "You will have to move me." Austin put his hand on his back. I saw Karmelo's hand go in the backpack. We're at a track meet. I wouldn't expect anything to be in there, Karmelo said. Touch me. You'll have to move me and find out. Trying to...
See, what I don't understand is that if you're there to run track, if you're there to compete, if you want to be a fighter, a boxer, MMA, they got other arenas for boxing and fighting. It's guys who like to fight. That's why they go do boxing or MMA. You can fight all you want. You can throw all the punches you want. To me, it's like he was looking for trouble. I don't even know if he was there actually for a track meet, because nobody's saying anything. We know it was raining, but why aren't they talking about where his other teammates at? I'm not hearing nothing about his teammates. Who separates from all their teammates like this? And then says, you're going to have to move me, touch me, and find out. I believe they raised, if I'm not mistaken, $800,000 for his defense. You could have gave me that money. Because, first of all, your attorney is stupid, and so are you. Because instead of you people getting yourself all damn worked up over something like this, why don't they ever get worked up when a person is in the right? You ever notice that? I'll see something that a person's in the right. I never hear nothing about it. I'll tell a story about, look what happened over here. Nobody's outraged about it. And the main reason they're not outraged about it is because of skin color. That's what it's something about. I don't know. It's like we're becoming dumber in the country. Now, I want to show you this demon. There was a demon outside the court. I think she was trying to do voodoo. I'm not even for sure. But she looked like she was possessed with a devil, if you ask me. I want to do briefly. I want to touch on this whole thing about Donald Trump's supposed to be going to the Knicks game because Knicks may win a championship. I want to show you how these people will lie about something as simple as Donald Trump's not being a Knicks fan. Donald Trump is every sports fan. This man loves sports. But the dumbasses, I guess they don't remember watching and seeing him at the games. I'm going to show you that during a few, but I want to show you this devil here.
Sit out. Come on, man. Cash. Give me a hug because all that pain. Because racism holds a heavyweight. Heavy. No, I'm not done. I'm not done.
This is a demon. This is a demon. This is how the devil, this is how possession look of the devil.
Because ain't nobody going to stop me. Not on one stop. You better stand with Austin. Because if he falls even deeper into hell.
First of all, the devil don't scare me. And some demon-possessed heifer surely don't scare me. Just because you change your voice, the demon talking through you.
Because y'all want to keep sacrificing that baby. I promise you, I'm going to wake them all. And I'm going to make y'all respect. And I'm going to make you clean, you know. You better cast your weight. Cast it. Because baby want to cast it. But she don't know what I'm talking about. Cast your shit.
She looks stable, doesn't she? If that don't look like a demon possession, I don't know what is. I don't know what the hell is happening to a lot of these people, and especially like some of these women. I'd be sensing sometimes there's a kind of a masculinity to a lot of these women. Because any woman who wants to fight all the time, to me, there's a certain sense of masculinity. I don't remember seeing so many masculine acting women. You see them every day. If I wanted to, I can do 50 videos a day of women fighting if I really wanted to. I can show you another 50 of them crashing out in a store, restaurant, or something. I don't know where this kind of energy came from. And I don't know, how do we get here in America that people are so divorced from reality? Back in the day, I can tell you some Democrats, old school Democrats back in the day, they would have never have justified open borders. They would have never justified letting people out of jail who break the law. They wouldn't have justified some grown man dressing up like a woman saying he's trans. What happened to you people? It's something seriously wrong with you. Really is. I wanted to show you something because what's his name? Timu Obama, the 25-cent Obama, he says that Donald Trump don't know nothing about basketball. Nothing.
About Donald Trump going to the Knicks game. And, you know, at this point, it's game day. And I think Knicks fans just want to enjoy Game 3, the first home game that we've had in 27 years. But it also is not clear to me that Donald Trump is a big Knicks fan. I mean, does this guy even know the difference between Karl Rove and Karl Anthony Towns? I don't think so. He's just injecting himself into the NBA Finals because he always has to bring the MAGA circus into town. And that's unfortunate. Thank you, everyone.
Now, he said Donald Trump is not a Knicks fan. I think Hill just froze over. But I don't have the clip, but I saw the clip that, believe it or not, Whoopi Goldberg defended Donald Trump and says, yes, he is a Knicks fan. I don't have to like him, but he is a Knicks fan. She actually said this. But here's Donald Trump. Even the commissioner of the NBA says Donald Trump. Watch how everybody's looking when the commissioner says this.
You know, I've been with the league for a long time. I ran NBA Entertainment years ago. He did an I Love Kids game spot with us. He was a fixture at NBA at Madison Square Garden. You guys remember, well, all of you, when you played here, not Draymond, but back in the old days, he had courtside seats. He was here all the time. He was at drafts. So he's a genuine Knicks fan. And so, yes, there's some inconvenience to the fans here, but one looking around this arena, it's packed. So people listen, they came early, they got through whatever extra security, which is necessary. So, as I said, I think we should be using sports to create more of a sense of community with people, not less.
We know you're a New Yorker, 55 years. We know you have to be neutral, but how big is this for the...
See, they didn't like what he said. I couldn't believe the commissioner said it. He said Donald Trump has been a Knicks fan. Now, I'm going to show you an old clip of Donald Trump at a Knicks game. He's talking to Patrick Ewing. People are so stupid. Donald Trump has always been a sports fan. Here's Donald Trump at the Knicks game back in the day.
New York, like Donald Trump, who is a big Knicks fan and who joins us now. Donald, I know you're a Knicks fan, so are you disappointed that Kobe's not here, or are you glad he's not?
And this is when Kobe was still alive playing for the Lakers.
Here because it ups your chances.
Well, I guess you could look at it both ways, but I'd like to see Kobe play. I came here to see my man Kobe. Kobe is great. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying, what happened to Kobe? But I guess he had a little problem.
Yeah, you got to talk to your friends at the NBA.
Are you glad your teammates didn't come off the bench this time? I'm just glad we got the win. All right, thanks a lot. Let's go back to Dick and Hubert.
All right, Craig, and a lot of defense, too, because the Pacers were held scoreless in the last 2 minutes and 41 seconds after they had led.
Now, you see that? He's talking to Patrick Ewing because he always at the damn game. These people are so stupid. I know it's something about, see, this is what happens when you hate so much that you forget how to really think. It's so freaking obvious that Donald Trump is a sports fan. Boxing, football, basketball, hockey, MMA. This dude is a sports guy. What the hell is you talking about? He's not a sports fan. He's damn sure more of a sports fan than this 25-cent Obama can ever think about being. They got such hate for this man that they have lied about anything. This is what Scott Pelley, that's why you got to use destroyed your career. CNN has been destroyed. For 10 years trying to bring Donald Trump down, y'all destroyed yourself. If you think about it, see, this is what makes you don't have to agree with everything Donald Trump says. I don't agree with everything Donald Trump says. But when you go out your way to try to destroy somebody, and you go out your way to even make up lies and flip-flop on everything you believe in, you start looking like Candace Owens. You start looking like Meg Kelly. You start looking like some of these people who they had one opinion. They got such hate for Donald Trump that he actually is making these people go against their core beliefs. And be honest with you, most of them ain't got no damn core beliefs. It's insane. They won't even tell the truth. If it kills them, they won't tell the truth. They go out their way to lie. Even this is why they get upset. If we go through the history of what these people done, you know what? Before I forget, because I forgot, our dear Stacy Michael, Stacy Pace, and Tim Egan, we had got some donations because we didn't do a live one yesterday. And well, I did a gospel live, but I didn't do the other live, and I didn't see Stacy's when we did the, I think it was Saturday. I apologize, our dear Stacy Michaels. Thank you so much, my dear. I do appreciate you. I didn't forget about you. And also we had another Stacy Pace, who is a monthly supporter. She's been supporting us for many, many years too, Stacy Pace. Thank you, both Stacys. One's our moderator. And our man, Tim Egan. Tim mostly listens to our Sunday broadcast, but he always supports us too. God bless you, brother Tim. Thank you so much. Now, there's something, I don't know if it's in the water or something, and we're going to pray for hemp because tomorrow is the election, so we're going to pray for hemp. We want everybody to be praying because God might do a miracle. Hemp wins that, and we'll have somebody from the Common Sense Nation that's holding office. Hemp's not going to forget about us either. I know he got a job to do. We're not asking him to come. He at least got to do one cameo after he get elected. You got to do one cameo to come over and do one cameo if you're elected there, brother. We think that the Lord can do. Matter of fact, before we go any further, let's pray for Hemp right now. Father, we come to you asking for your blessing that your will be done, Lord. We pray that you would let Brother Hemp Redmond be successful. Let it be a fair election. Let your will be done in everything you do. We pray that you would give him victory. We pray that you will guide him once he gets in office to do the right thing, to stand up for the people. We pray and ask these blessings in Jesus' name. Amen. Brother Hemp, the election is, if you're down in South Carolina District 2, you got to get in there because Brother Hemp, he said he needs you. Matter of fact, I think I got Hemp with the dance. I don't have his other clip, but I do got him doing his dance.
Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gang. Keep it gang. Keep it gang.
He got to do this dance live if he's elected.
Dog, keep it gang. Keep it gang. Keep it gangsta, dog.
He got to do this dance live if he make it.
Keep it gangsta. Keep it gangsta, dog. Keep it gangsta. Keep it gangsta, dog.
That's Brother Hemp. Redmond is asking for your support on tomorrow. If you're down there, Brother Hemp would like to see you vote for him. District 2. If you in, well, I ain't gonna say that. I don't want to taint it. I was gonna say if you're a Democrat, you can vote for him anyway because they let you cheat. But we don't want that. Brother Hemp is asking for your vote down in South Carolina, District 2. He wants Joe Wilson taken out of office. Joe Wilson is a dinosaur. He's been in there long enough, damn it. It's time for him to go. So we're praying for you, Brother Hemp. Now, I got something I want to say, and I want to be kind about it. I think we'll be back on our other station. Hold on a minute, let me check. I think it may be Wednesday that we'll be back on the Ask the Doctor Common Sense. Let me make sure here, because I got to look and see before I tell you a lie. Let me see. I can tell you if it's going. I think it's in 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. What did I do with it? Oh, what the heck did I do with it? Oh, wait a minute. I'm on the wrong station. Hold on a minute. I got to switch accounts. Let me see something here. Let me see. It's it'll be it says it could be tomorrow night. We might be back on, and it could be Wednesday. It say I got 1 day left, so I don't know if that means tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. We might be able to do a live tomorrow on the Ask the Doctor of Common Sense. I want to appreciate all those who followed us over here. Those other ones, they act like they love us in the Common Sense Nation. They know damn well if I ain't putting no videos up, I told them to come over and subscribe to this station. You know how they treat us over here, like stepchildren. But I think that we'll be back on that station on tomorrow night. Because whenever you get a strike, you have to wait exactly to that hour. So I can't remember when they gave it. But if I'm not mistaken, I think that we'll be back on tomorrow. It could be in the evening, but we'll be able to do, we'll probably be able to go live tomorrow on that station also. So I wanted to say that. But now I got something I want to say. Because it appears to me that we're living in a day and time where basic common sense and decency has left the country. People are literally justifying and worshiping and praising criminals now. As a matter of fact, it's as if the hounds from hell has been turned loose. Hell has to be empty, because when I see the vicious hate from people, especially online, that you don't have to been and done a damn thing to them. Look at the viciousness they're going towards. Just say you disagree with Austin Metcalf's family. His family has been hostile. Why is there so much hate towards the family who lost a child? Even if you wanted to side with Karmelo Anthony, why would you show such hate towards the people who actually lost their child? That's the part I don't understand. These people will literally go out their way to try to be insulting or evil to an innocent party, but a guilty party they'll ignore. You remember that crazy heifer Renee Good that was down there, got herself shot? She used her vehicle to try to run over the officer, and they said the officer didn't have a right to defend himself, even though the car tried to run over him. But they say Karmelo Anthony has the right to defend himself. Mike Brown literally stuck his hand in the police car trying to take the police officer's gun. He was shot. They started a whole movement. His mom got paid even though her son instigated his own damn death. Trayvon Martin was beating the living hell out of George Zimmerman. If you go look at the story, it is shameful the way the media reports stuff, because the media wants tension. The media wants you guys bickering at one another. That's why I said, look at the facts. Wherever the facts lead you, don't get caught up on skin color. Don't get caught up on biasness. Look at the facts. How can anybody look at the facts? Let's just be honest. If you go watch just those couple of cases. Now, I tried to tell people that even though George Floyd died from drugs in his system, he was hyperventilating because he was high. The autopsy said he died from that. They don't pay no attention to it, though. I said the cops should have left him in the car because I personally wouldn't have cared how much anxiety he having. I'm leaving that big old freaking Negro in the back seat of the car. See, if he had died in the car, the police wouldn't have been in jail. It just don't look good when you out there, even if you ain't the one smothering him, it don't look good. The optics don't look good. See, I would want to protect myself because I'm going to leave him in the car. I don't give a damn if he have a heart attack in the car. He's staying in the car. Don't bring him out. Then they're going to blame you for doing something. You bring him out. But here we have a society now that makes up laws like squatting. Who in their right mind could make up something like that? Here's a group of people who justifies the most hardened criminals. And you can even be a criminal from another country. They will justify everything you do. It's something wrong with the people who does this. It is. This is not normal behavior. I don't care what nobody says. It's not normal to constantly justify wrongdoing. Joe Biden, man was shot. All the media, all of the so-called FBI, CIA, all of them knew Joe Biden's man was shot. Yet they protected him. The media protecting him. Jill's on a book tour right now, pretending it was like it was just one night Joe Biden's man was shot. You know, it's insulting to a person who's thinking the things that they want you to believe. Like, do not believe your lying eyes. Joe Biden can't even answer questions. He has handlers. The president of the United States had handlers when Joe Biden was the president. Donald Trump stops and gives interviews and answer questions all the time. Joe Biden never did it. But then they lied about him actually doing it. They said Kamala Harris was the best candidate. She couldn't answer no questions. She's a moron. She got to where she's at because she's good on the brain job. That's what it is. You figure it out. There's nothing that Kamala Harris does to bring to the table that says she's a competent leader. The bedroom is a different story. She may be very competent in the bedroom. You have to ask Willie Brown, Montel Williams. But nobody gonna suggest. Matter of fact, I got a clip. I don't think Kamala Harris won the election when she was in California. They cheated then. Because here's a clip. Let me show you something. This is an old clip of Kamala Harris. And watch this.
Weeks after the November 2nd election, California finally has declared a winner in the attorney general race. Harris finished so close to her Republican opponent that it took a month to finish counting every vote.
It took a month to finish counting. Does that sound familiar to you? They're going to keep counting until they get enough votes for them to win. That's what they did to Spencer Pratt. Now, here's the question I got for you. What are the Republicans going to do about it? Because I keep seeing people saying what they did. Okay, we got it. They did it. Now, what you going to do about it? We keep catching these people doing something, but nothing ever happens to them. No matter how many times we catch them with their hand in the cookie jar. Matter of fact, you remember back in 2020, I think this particular testimony actually happened in 2021. Let me see if I got it here. Here it is right here. Remember this?
Down the ballot numbers and the last names of the person of the ballot that had the name on the ballot. They were all in sequence. These are absentee ballots, mail-in ballots. They cannot be in sequence. 2232 cannot have 2233 next to.
Stop right there. Now, before I let her finish, I'm going to bring in the 25-cent Obama because he was asked about voter fraud, just like all of these people keep asking about voter fraud. You remember in 2020, they say it's ridiculous. We found out that an extra 300,000 votes were illegally counted in Georgia. You said it was no cheating. You mean William Barr couldn't figure that out? They found fraud after fraud after fraud in the 2020 election. And now when they do fraud in California, they wait till the people in office. It's 2 years later. They said, so what? It's old news now. We cheated. Because the Republicans refuse to do a damn thing about it. Now, I want you to watch the Timu Obama. I call him the 25-cent Obama. Here he is being asked about voter fraud.
Looking at the state of California, the state has rampant SNAP fraud, hospice fraud, immigration.
Is he trying to dress like a rapper or something? What's with the big hat?
Fraud. Are we really supposed to believe there's no election fraud?
Watch how he talks with his hands.
In California. And if so, if there's no election fraud, then why would California Democrats refuse a federal audit?
California is a great place to live. I appreciate the leadership of Governor Gavin Newsom, as well as, of course, the California delegation, which is a tremendous group of public servants. There is no election fraud in California. Donald Trump is making it up. He can't point to a shred of evidence to prove his point. This is all a conspiracy theory because Donald Trump knows in November he's going down in flames electorally and Republicans are about to lose the House.
There is no voter fraud.
If they're mailed in, they come in all different numbers. And when I started noticing that these numbers are almost next to each other, like one or the other was in the middle, but then they were almost next to each other, my antennas went up. That's exactly when I thought something is not right here. Then I asked the supervisor, there was not even a date on those envelopes. It said November 0-2020. There was no second number there. Then I said, what is the date on this one? Then they got really mad at me. They said, you're not letting us do our job. You're disturbing us. And at that point, because we really don't want to be kicked out, so we were just kind of not challenging anything because we want to still stay in the room because we barely had anybody.
Think about that. See, this is how Democrats always doing. How do the Republicans allow the Democrats to always be in charge of every damn thing? Because it don't matter who vote. It matter who count the damn votes. She said we were afraid to challenge them, which is what they're supposed to be doing because they didn't want to get kicked out. But there's no voter fraud. See, they'll stop you. Remember when they did the cheating in 2020? You couldn't even mention it. Because when those who cheat, they have to stop you from mentioning it because if the truth enters the room, a lie has to go away.
Not only that, the sequence ballot numbers were all from the same area, like the Goddard Street in the downtown Detroit. Goddard Street, sequential ballots, signatures were all alike. They had no date stamp. It said like it was empty after 0. There was no third or second or first or nothing. And none of them were coming up in the system. They were all being entered manually. They even knew that none of these details would even.
Now, don't forget that William Barr, who was the Attorney General for Donald Trump, the one that QAnon says was a honey badger and he was going to put him in Guantanamo Bay, William Barr says there was no freaking fraud for the election. Democrats said it was the most secure election of all time. See, the reason they keep doing stuff is because the Republicans don't do a damn thing to them. One thing I learned about people who cheat, lie, or steal, when you don't put nothing on them, they'll keep doing what they're doing because they don't have any fear of being checked about anything they're doing. We're supposed to be the leader of the free world, and we can't do the most basic things. Count some damn ballots and not cheat. We need to go to paper ballots because it can't be manipulated. There need to be no mail-in ballot unless you're in the military. California just sends out mail-in ballots to everybody so they can cheat. But it's allowed. So if there's nothing you can do about them cheating, what else is there to do? Spencer Pratt was robbed. This other heifer had already conceded, and she said it was over. They said, don't drop out right now. We don't need to. Because if this guy gets in the race, he's going to win. These people are so dishonest. They lie so damn much. And you got people, including people in your family, they'll sit there and make excuses up for their lies. It's obvious Spencer Pratt supposed to win. They cheated. Just like they cheated for Joe Biden, they cheated for Hillary Clinton. They always cheat. Kamala Harris didn't actually win as the district attorney. They cheated for her. They took a month to count the votes. It don't take no damn month to count that less votes. I can get a bunch of fifth graders in here to count faster than that. All this technology and AI and everything else, it's taking you a month to count some damn ballots. Because they have to get the right amount of ballots to cheat. And nobody's going to jail because nobody really went, not anybody of significance has went to jail for what they did in 2020. When you don't punish criminals, this is what they do. Then why would they stop? Ain't no damn consequences. Hell, wouldn't stop either. Let me, I thought I had another clip there, but I don't. Yeah, I thought I had another. All right, then. Well, we're going to try to, we're going to see if we can, we're going to see if we want to, if we're able to go live on our Ask the Doc. We'll be on live on this one too. Because what we're going to start doing is that on the Doctor of Common Sense too, we're going to start doing more news articles and news reporting on here on the Doctor of Common Sense. And on the other one, we're going to do a host of different things. But on this one, we're going to start doing more news articles. I got to make sure I don't say certain words to these people because for some reason they got triggered off the facts on that one video. It's up on Rumble if you want to see it because we put it up after we got the strike. But good night, Common Sense Nation. We'll probably see you on tomorrow if the good Lord says the same.